Today on Papa's Garage, we're going to put a Snowblade on this Troy-built lawnmower that I bought over the summer, so that we're ready for winter. It is coming up, and it is coming up fast, so I want to be ready if it decides it wants to come early. So stay tuned, and we'll get this done. So opening up the box, just to show you, the rip was here, it was tore up, there's big old dents in it, it's all whacked out. And everything inside is laying around everywhere. It had no, it's just, everything just kind of fell down to the bottom of the box. So those of you who pack this stuff, you really should do a better job. This company, here's the registration card, is based out of Cleveland, Ohio, it looks like. Distributed out of here. I haven't really determined if it's Chinese made yet or not, but today we're going to put the front mount on it so that we are ready for winter with the tractor. Hopefully these instructions will help us. The only thing I'm really worried about are the bolts, because when they delivered it, the bolts were falling out of the box, and as you can see here, the bag is ripped and torn, and so who knows if everything's here or not. So that's what we're going to find out as we put this thing together. So we'll check the instructions, find out what kind of tools we need, and start going to work on it. We are installing it on my Troy-built tractor, so I'll be back with you in just a little bit when we get it unpacked. Put on the lift handle, but we can do that here in a minute. Let's mount it on the tractor and see how she sits. Oh, I found the missing bolts. They're mounted to the blade, and they hold the shoes on, and they are not there. So that explains the castle nut that she found on the porch. So that's going to have to be fixed. Let's check the blade and all that fun stuff and see how she sits. That way we kind of know if we got things put together properly. The handle over. Goes to the back one here. So this comes in like so. These have got to have something to do. I'm going to take a break here on this sucker, kind of go through this a little bit more, and check online and see if I can find something, because they got this swing nut right here with the cotter pin. I'm betting dollars to donuts that this adjuster has something to do with the lift assembly. So we'll find out in a little bit. I'll come back to you in a little while. And this one mounts here so that you can lift your blade and it locks in place. And you lock it in place. I haven't quite figured out how that all works yet, but there it goes like that. So that's kind of how it works for your your Snowblade. This is about $250 on Amazon. It's relatively cheap, but it'll push snow, and that's really all we're interested in doing is pushing snow. So we'll get the rest of this put together. Here's your last cotter pin and this bolt, or I'm sorry, this lock pin. Let's see if I can find the handle. So it goes just like this. Oops, about right there. Okay. Sure, be difficult. There it is. It slides all the way through, and again locks in with another pin. And that's kind of how she works. When you pull the plow off, of course you've got to pull this off. But yeah, that's kind of how she works. Haven't figured out how to unlock yet. Got to be some way to unlock it to get it down, but we haven't quite figured that out yet because it isn't in the instructions. So get to figure it out the hard way, I guess. But that's kind of how she goes together. And then the rest we have to figure out on our own. So change the direction of that one. I'm kind of curious. Oh, yeah, push it forward. Okay, well, that answers that question. Push it forward and she goes down. Pull her back and she locks up. That's pretty much it. Not much more to it except adjusting my feet because they're complete come off. Like I said, this bolt was laying on the ground when the UPS guy came by, and clearly that's the foot. So these adjust the height off the ground of your blade. As you can see, this one's completely missing. So we'll have to go off that one, which is loose. And so you go down here and they'll slide along the ground to keep you from scraping the blade on the ground, all the way on the ground. And guess what? This bolt doesn't fit it. So I'm gonna have to find a bolt for this, but at least we know where it belongs now. So I'm gonna wrap that up. This is the video on that. Definitely, folks, if you're the manufacturer of this thing, you really need to come up with better instructions. Say, hey, this mount is for the Troy-Bilt and Craftsman tractor, which, by the way, they're both the same design. The difference, I think, is in the engine. This one's got a Briggs and Stratton motor in it, and I think the other one's got a Kohler. But come see, come saw, the way this tractor is built is exactly like the Craftsman tractor. So if you've got a Troy-Bilt or a Cub Cadet, something of that nature, these brackets may come into play. But this is how you put it on a Troy-Bilt. I'm going to put this on with a description so that when you're looking up 46-inch blade for a Troy-Bilt, this comes up, because there was absolutely nothing about a Troy-Bilt on there at all on YouTube. But that's kind of how this all works. So I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video.